Hello folks, how you doing? This is Miguel from Embargo Man. So, the thing is that I'm wearing a dolphin hat. This is a message to Micky Arison. Okay, the loss of Don Shula is, what it would be a loss for Miami sports in general. I mean, I admire this guy that he brought Miami the first championship. Straight wins. It's a football team, right? So, in order for that, Micky Arison, you own Carnival. You also own the Miami Heat, the basketball team, the Miami Heat. But now, it's time to change sides, and remember that I think Micky, even though it would be great that saying that the future owner of the Miami Dolphins will have a commercial and they win the Super Bowl, they're gonna go to a theme park that has a character name of the future owner of the Miami Dolphins. Excuse me, who has a character that the mouse's name is the name of the future owner of the Miami Dolphins, right? Mickey Mouse, like Micky Arison, Mickey Mouse. I'm going to Disney World. Wouldn't mind that for hear that in a Super Bowl commercial, like the one of the Dolphins win the Super Bowl, and then the future owner of the Miami Dolphins is having the name of the company who have theme parks that has a mouse with the same name of the future owner. It's kind of kind of crazy, but yeah, it's kind of be fun or something like that, or anyway, it's a cool and strange things. So, I mean, for you, Mickey, this is it into the world. No, it's the thing about Micky Arison owning the Miami Dolphins means a lot. Yeah, not just for me as a Dolphins fan, but to all of the Dolphins fan. Like there's something of hope. So what happened would be that the thing is that the Micky Arison Dolphins, like not of the Miami Dolphins, were to be owned by Micky Arison, is that what happen is that the spirit of Don Shula would live on within the son. It has to be Shula's offsprings taking over as a head coach, either Dave or Michael. All right, if Dave Shula or Mike Shula, whatever is Micky Arison, whatever you could do with the Miami Dolphins is to bring back the Dolphins. And what you're gonna do with this is that what it is that Don Shula's 1972 Dolphins has got the Miami Dolphins won the Super Bowl. So while the takeover between David or Mike, whoever thinks is the best for you, because of the the Shulas, right? All it is just one point away. You either choose Mike Shula or David Shula. So by the end, as you have done, bringing Pat Riley with the basketball team, the Miami Heat basketball team, saying, "Oh look, I'm gonna pay Pat Riley," and then you've won with the Shaquille O'Neal and all of the Miami's first NBA championship for the Miami Heat, right? So for you, Mickey, being the ownership of the Miami Dolphins, whatever you choose as coach for the Shulas, because I believe that you're gonna choose a Shula over any other coach, either Mike or David Shula. So what's gonna happen after that, after the Micky Arison era Dolphins, would be that somebody would say, have a hold the sign says, like father, like son, and waiting for this 19-0 Dolphins team to happen, like father like son signs in the Super Bowl. So what that means is that whatever it takes, that was gonna be like a Disney World commercial. That means it's gonna be funny, all right? Like they say, one of the Miami Dolphins team are going to a theme park that has a character name of their future owner of the Miami Dolphins, or saying Disney World. That is that the future character who is a mouse named after the future owner of the Miami Dolphins. Yeah, that'll be like kind of strange or whatever it is, even though is spelled differently. I know what it is. It's like saying, oh look, the Miami Dolphins won the Super Bowl, but they are going to, but one of the Dolphins, when they won the Super Bowl for the first time in years, they're gonna go to a theme park from a company that has a mouse name of their future owner, or in other words, Mickey Mouse. You know, what would it get to see this? You know, I mean, I'm gonna see this pretty soon. So even though Don Shula's dead, but now you have David Shula or Mike Shula, Mr. Micky Arison. So I would say, Mickey, yes, you, the guy who is saying that pretty soon we'll have one of the Dolphin players saying that they're going to a theme park that has the similar name, that has the name of a mouse name with you, that has your name. Yes, Micky Arison, a Miami Dolphins player winning the Super Bowl, saying that they're going to a theme park that had a company from a theme park from a company that has a character that is a mouse that has your name, Micky Arison. Then it would be really amazing that says, oh, Miami Dolphins, you have won the Super Bowl since the first Super Bowl since 1973. What are you gonna do next? I'm going to Disney World. You know, that kind of thing. You know, it'll be awesome. So, what it is, Micky Arison, what will you do is to have a deal. Let's just deal with Stephen Ross. Stephen Ross has all he has to do is he has a team that just the Miami Dolphins name alone. It would be living from past glory and not able to win a Super Bowl championship for years. So this is it, Micky Arison. If you're willing to buy the Miami Dolphins football team, you have to make a deal with Ross. And then when you make a deal with Ross, I believe that you're going to either have the new head coach of the Miami Dolphins, either David Shula or Mike Shula. Whichever is your best decision for the best coach for the Miami Dolphins team. That means that either one of these teams, depending on who you choose. If you choose David, then the best bet is that the new head coach of the Miami Dolphins started to coach the Cincinnati Bengals, but he succeeded to led the Miami Dolphins to a 19-0 season record. They breaking their own perfect season record from 1972 under the Micky Arison ownership of the Miami Dolphins. So that would be a David Shula. If you choose David Shula, head coach of the Miami Dolphins, new owner is Micky Arison, then the Miami Dolphins will win the Super Bowl and break their own record, right? See, right? They're gonna break their own record. So for all of you this, I know it is hard times. the spirit of Don Shula will be alive. And for the first year of the Micky Arison for the first year to just shape up the Miami Dolphins team, that means that Micky is the owner. And yeah, Micky Arison is the owner, and the Miami Dolphins will begin wearing the uniforms of the Miami Dolphins from 1972. That means under the Micky under the Micky Arison ownership, the Miami Dolphins are going back to their golden years, or it's in bringing back the spirit of the 1972 Miami Dolphins. And also the head coach would be David or Mike Shula, depending on your decision, Micky Arison. So that's it. If Micky Arison chooses David Shula, then there'll be like the David and Goliath, whichever the big team would be. It would be awesome to see the Miami Dolphins beating the New England Patriots. Or let's say David versus Goliath. That means David Shula is the coach. And Micky Arison is the owner. So let's see what it's all about, and let's hope that Micky Arison is watching this video, and he has to be very concerned. What Micky Arison did with the Miami Heat is going to do the same thing with the Miami Dolphins. All that Micky Arison has to do, Micky Arison, all you have to do is to ask Stephen Ross to sell the Miami Dolphins and buy the Miami Dolphins, and that way you could have a Shula in the first years of the Micky Arison ownership. So the first years would be the Miami Dolphins will wear the 1972 Miami Dolphins uniforms. You know, when they won the Super Bowl in the perfect season. I mean that, and probably the Miami Dolphins might break their own perfect season record from 1972. Well, the only difference is that I might see a possibility for the Micky Arison ownership of the Miami Dolphins. Probably under Micky Arison ownership, they would call in Tom Brady to play for the Miami Dolphins. Can you imagine Tom Brady playing at the Miami Dolphins because Micky Arison called, hey Tom Brady, play for Miami, play for the Miami Dolphins? And yeah, he was gonna call Tom Brady to play for the Miami Dolphins. That way it would be a chance that Micky Arison having one of the Shula kids to be coach, even David or Mike, or if Micky Arison choose David, then Tom Brady would be the quarterback of the Miami Dolphins. And better yet, the 19-0 perfect season, breaking the own record, and then that would be awesome. I mean, it is what it is. So, I mean, don't forget to subscribe to the Embargo Man channel, and this is it what it is. If Micky Arison would be ownership of the Miami Dolphins, there is a chance that either Mike or most probably David Shula would be the head coach of the Miami Dolphins, and probably there's a bigger chance under the Micky Arison ownership of the Miami Dolphins that Tom Brady would be the main quarterback of the Miami Dolphins. So hit the bell button, and folks, Dolphins fans like me, if you agree that Micky Arison would own the Miami Dolphins and buy the Miami Dolphins out of Stephen Ross, then it would be great. We're going to see Tom Brady in the Miami Dolphins possibility. You're going to see either, probably most likely, David Shula as the head coach of the Miami Dolphins. And you're going to see the Miami Dolphins win the first Super Bowl in 50 years. Alright? So, Let's find out. Let's gonna see. We're gonna see the first time that the Miami Dolphins break the perfect season record. The 19-0 Dolphins would be made possible under the ownership of Micky Arison. So goodbye, folks, and let's cheer up for the Dolphins. Go Dolphins!